All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to a very special impromptu late night episode of Navigating the Modern World with Eli. I'm so glad that you could all join me here tonight. Whether you're here live or on the replay, welcome. I hope your holiday season is going well. I wanted to do this show. I'll explain that in just a second here. I'll explain why I wanted to do this show at this time right now. You know, timing is of the essence regarding all aspects of life. But before I explain that and get into more details, first of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure it's rolling well. And it looks like it is. And let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone off. When I do this, I'm doing this to make sure that the audio and video are in sync. It's kind of a long story, and I'm not going to get into the tech jargon stuff. I just don't want you to think I'm weirder than some of you probably already think, right? It's okay. It's not a big deal. We're all weird in our own special ways, right? But let me make sure that the notification has gone out, and looks like it has, and let me do a sound check. Is of the essence regarding all aspects of life. But before I explain that and get into more details, all right, everything is rolling well. First of all, good morning, everyone. If you're on the East Coast, it's 5:46 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're here on the West Coast with me, it's 2:46 a.m. Pacific Time. And I'm going to explain why I really felt the need to get this message out tonight, because, I don't want to waste any time. Timing is of the essence. And I've always been the type of guy that has always tried to do the right thing regarding everything. I think most of us try to do the right thing or things regarding everything, but sometimes we slip, sometimes we make a mistake. We slip and fall, we make a mistake or two. And, it is what it is. We're all human, right? But I was offered something last night on a live stream that a gentleman by the name of Jamie did. And he's been doing live stream rebroadcasts, simulcasts of me every now and then. He did one again last night, did one the night before, and had mentioned that he made me this offer, but I didn't hear that part. I mean, I heard some of the stream from the other night, but no offense, I just don't have time to listen to entire, hour, 2-3 hour long streams. And I think you're in the same boat. I think most of us are in the same boat. But I heard what Jamie said tonight. So before we get to that, let me read you the topic of this stream. The title is, I accept Jamie's offer to talk on a stream of his, plus a message to all others we've encountered. One more time. I accept Jamie's offer to talk on a stream of his, plus a message to all others we've encountered. So I'm going to talk about this offer first and foremost, and I'm going to share why I accepted it, and share some more details, and propose a date and time to Jamie. And then during the last part of the show, I'm going to be talking about, the message to all others we've encountered. And this goes out to every single person that both Jamie and I have encountered over the last 6.5 to 7 years on YouTube. Past and present. This goes out to everyone. We'll get to that in a little bit. And I'm only going to be on for 15, 20 minutes max. I really got to get some rest. I've been working on some other things up until this point. And Don and I are going to be going out of town. My girlfriend Don and I will be going out of town tomorrow, or later today, actually, in the morning. We were supposed to go yesterday, but plans changed. The people we're supposed to meet had to change of plans, so we're going to be going out of town today instead. But yeah, so Jamie offered me to go on his panel and just have a talk, have a conversation, just talk about things. No pressure, no nothing. And, I was thinking about it, and I made a community posting on my other channel, GNA2, Genuine Live Personal Development. That's the live streaming channel. Now, if you're wondering why I've been doing live streams here on the main channel for a little while, it's because I haven't had time to create pre-recorded content. And if you go so long without creating content, YouTube will remove you from the YouTube Partner Program. You have to go 6 months without making a posting or putting out videos. But I don't take any chances. Plus, I want to keep my watch time above 4,000 hours. Because in case something happens and I get removed from the partner program, which I don't see that happening. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. If you're below 4,000 hours and you get removed, when you reapply, actually you can't reapply until you get back over 4,000 watch time hours. So I'm going to be doing live streams here from the studio occasionally. There probably won't be too many more before the end of the year because I'm very limited on time. Got a lot of things going on throughout the rest of December. And while I used to stream late night many years ago, I just don't have the time to do that anymore. And I'm in a loving relationship of over 3 years. And, I don't want to be spending, most nights doing live streams in the middle of the night while my girlfriend's in bed sleeping, alone. I don't want her to sleep alone. But anyway, so I put out the posting saying that, let me go and read that posting. Give me just 1 second. Let's see. I wrote, Jamie, I will seriously consider coming on your panel before the end of the year. And if I do come, we can have your business partner join us as well if they'd like. I'll let you know by next week sometime. For whatever it's worth, I actually think this would be a good idea. You should thank your business partner. They are really good at fixing broken relationships and bringing people back together. Happy holidays, and you all have a great night. Now, out of respect for Jamie's business partner, I don't typically mention her name because, that's an agreement I made with her a long time ago, and I want to respect that. And I think it would be okay to mention her first name, but I just, I'm a respectful person. I don't forget anything that people ask me. If people ask me to not do something, even though it may not be the biggest deal, I will respect their wishes. That's just how I am. But I'll refer to her by her channel, Drama Unleashed 2. And she actually responded. And she said, I'm working nonstop right now. This was on our community wall 7 hours ago. So I won't be joining you, but thank you for the invite at GNA2 Live Personal Development. Have a good show. Well, thank you. And somebody was trolling in the comments section, and Drama Unleashed 2 said she's really working nonstop. Now, I know you did mention Drama Unleashed 2. You went a different route with your career. I'm not going to mention any of that here, even though you have mentioned it publicly. And I will tell you this, Drama 2, that when I was networking in the real world, I actually had someone in my network that is doing what you're doing. And it's a very, very, very good career and very lucrative if you work the business right, which I know you're capable of doing that. You're going to be making some very, very good money. And I will say honestly, I'm proud of the fact that you know you've found something that makes you happy and makes you good money, um, and gives you a good purpose. I think this serves your purpose very, very well. So congratulations on that. And I totally understand. I totally understand that you're not going to be able to make the show that Jamie and I do. And the reason why I wanted to have Drama Unleashed 2 come on is because I've known her for a long time. And we used to be very good, close friends. Like, excuse me. I need a drink. My throat's a little dry. Sorry. We used to be very, very close friends, good friends. And I've never had a problem with her. I mentioned in the past, one of the reasons why we stopped talking was because of the conflict of interest that I felt at that time was created between, her association, with Jamie. And I've been over that for a long time now. And I think she realizes it. And I even think Jamie realizes it. So, that's why I wanted her to come on, but that's no worries. There will always be time in the future to do other shows. But if people are wondering why I've decided to go on a panel with Jamie, first of all, if anyone objects to it or has a problem with it, I really don't care. You can go F off and do what you got to do. That's just the bottom line, right? I decided to do it because I honestly believe he's in progress of heading in a different direction. And I honestly believe very soon, probably more than likely by the end of the year, and again, I would not have a problem if the rebroadcasts continue every now and then, but I think they're fading out. I think people are getting tired of the same old thing, and I just don't think it's going to have, an audience that's really going to want to watch my rebroadcasts, right, in the future, especially starting in the new year. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. And maybe, maybe this could be a good sign of future things to come. I'm not saying that Jamie and I are going to be doing constant shows. We might do something occasionally. We'll see how this show goes, and we're going to talk. And I know his audience will be there, and I'm sure some of my audience will be there, and I'm sure people will donate to him, and that's okay, And I'm sure, him and the audience will poke a little fun at me, and that's okay too. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to go there, and I'm just going to have a conversation. And it's going to be a nice conversation. It's going to be a laid-back conversation. There's a lot of history between him and I. And I think right now we're at a crossroad. So, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And again, I want to thank Drama Unleashed too, because she's always had a big hand in reuniting people and fixing broken relationships. She's been very good at that. And I've got to, give thanks and praise and give credit where credit's due. That's just the truth of the matter. Take it for whatever it's worth, folks. We're going to have people out here saying, oh, you're just trying to get back on their good side. You're trying to kiss their ass. You're trying to suck up to them. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I'm not here to change your opinion. I'm here to state how I feel. And in my eyes, that's all that fucking matters, is how I feel, right? And what should matter to you is how you feel. If you feel differently, whatever, right? That's up to you. So my proposal, Jamie, is to do this a week from tomorrow, Monday, December 16th, 2024, at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Because anything after that point is going to start getting closer to Christmas. Plus, my birthday's the very next day, December 17th, 2024, is going to be my 51st birthday. And I will probably be doing something very special that day. I'll surprise you folks. But yeah, Monday, December 16th, 2024, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And I'm going to have about 2 to 2.5 hours. And I'm sure you don't want to go much longer than that anyway. Dawn has something else planned during that time between 6 and 9. And so that would be a great time. Now, even if Dawn didn't have something else to do, of course I would still do it. I don't want people thinking that I can't do stuff because of my woman. My woman supports me on this stuff. But, it would just make sense, for all reasons to do it during that time. So let me know if Monday, December 16th, a week from tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, and we can go as late as midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific. I have a hard stop at midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific. 2.5 hours should be plenty of time. So now that we have that out of the way, and I really think it's going to be a good show. I really think, hey, I know how Jamie is, and I know what I'm getting myself into, and I'm not even saying anything bad about you, James. I'm just saying, hey, I get it. We might have some fun. We'll talk about the old days. We'll talk about, some experiences, whatever will be. And if there's something that I ask you, you don't want to answer, that's cool. If you ask me something that I don't want to talk about, I'll let you know. But for the most part, I'm pretty much an open book, and that's how it's going to be. Yeah, give me a second here. So we are at 18 minutes. I really got to start wrapping this up. So the second part of the show I wanted to talk about is a message to all others we've encountered. So to all other people that Jamie and I have encountered. Okay. Some of you are going to be cool with this and look forward to it. Others are going to be thinking you're crazy. He's going to set you up and he's going to lolcow you and he's going to do this and that. I really don't care. I'm not worried about that. If that happens, no big deal. I don't think it's going to happen on this show. But I'm also not saying he's not going to poke a little fun. And that's how some people are, including him. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with all of this. It's my choice to do this. It's not the choice of anyone else that feels me going on there is going to get me ambushed. I don't think that's going to happen. But, I'm a well-versed YouTuber. I've been doing this for almost 7 years. I've been through the ringer many times, including with Jamie. And he's been he's been through it with me as well. So we know how each other is. And I don't think there's going to be a problem, and you shouldn't have a problem with it either. And if you do, that's cool. You can talk about it on your channels, and you can tell each one of us how much of a POS you think we are. You can say how stupid we are, etc. So I'm also hoping that the people from the past finally just move on from all of the drama surrounding both Jamie and I. There's been a lot of drama surrounding both Jamie and I. And neither one of us is saying that we're an angel and we haven't made mistakes. We both made mistakes. We both owned up to our mistakes. And if you don't want to accept that, then that's on you. Whatever. Do what you got to do. Say what you got to say. Right? And I'll agree with Jamie on something here. I'm no longer going to apologize for things I've apologized for many times. I agree with you on that, Jamie. And I'll share more about that in detail on your show on why I've done that. Because YouTube's not the only place where I've been that way, very apologetic. It's a part of who I am, and I'll share more about that on your show. But I also understand how that can come off, and being too nice of a guy, nice guys finish last. Now, trust me, I know how to handle myself, and I can stand up for myself, no problem. But these YouTube streets are a little bit different, okay? So you have to learn how to navigate these streets a little bit differently, and I've learned that. So to all other people, we've got Tiffany, we've got Amber, we've got, your business partner that's not going to be able to make this show, Jamie, that I would have loved to have on along with you. It would have been great to have the both of you there. I think it would have been cool. Who else do we have? There's even the haters guy. And then there are some other people that none of us want to be involved with. We're going to leave those people out. We hope those people, some of those, and it's multiple people. It's not just one or two people. It's multiple people that both, Jamie and I don't want anything to really do with, because some of these people really take things way too far. That's not his purpose of being out here, and it's never been my purpose of being out here. But yeah, people like Tiffany and Amber and all these other people, we've got, the Susies, and we've got the Barbaras, and we've got the, what was that guy? JT, John Tuttle. I see he's been doing some videos lately. These are a lot of people that have come around the communities. Zero Filter Jules. So many people. And I know many of you aren't too fond of me. And also many of you aren't too fond of Jamie. But I encourage you, whether you are fond of us or not, come to this show. Because I really think this is going to be the start of a fresh beginning. I really think this is going to be something more positive. Of course, Jamie will still be Jamie and poke fun at people, including me, and that's fine. But before I go, I also think in the new year, based on where I'm taking my organization, the GNA, the Genuine Everything Association, and based on where I feel, Jamie's trying to, change things regarding his content, I feel there could be some possible opportunities for some overlap and possibly working on some projects together. I'm just throwing that out there. He hasn't talked about that, and he hasn't agreed to that, and he may not agree to that. I'm just throwing that out there. So I encourage you all to come to this show. As soon as I find out more from Jamie, I'm sure he'll do a stream tomorrow and talk about it, and we'll finalize it. He can create the event, and I'll share it out here on my community wall on both channels, GNA and GNA2. GNA, Genuine Personal Development, and GNA2, Genuine Life Personal Development. So that is that. We're at 24 minutes. So that's that. I got to go. I got to get some sleep. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a walk tomorrow. Depends on what time Don and I get back from being out of town. I will say this: if I'm not live by 5 or 5:30, I probably won't go live, and I'll be back on Monday. So that is that. So anyway, I hope this message fares all of you very well. I hope that you folks understand where I'm coming from. And hey, let's just see what happens. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.